Hey guys, quick disclaimer before you watch this next video titled "Who Does It Better, Husband and Wives Edition."
We went down a trail and I couldn't get off. I mean, he started and I tried to reel it back in, coming up with some of the comments. We went to the next story and guys, you just gotta watch it and see. But man, "Who Does It Better" is the title. We went down some rabbit trails. We didn't get
sorry.
on it. But I guarantee you at the end of it, you'll never think of Colonel Sanders the same.
Well, enjoy the video. See ya. Who Does It Better, Husbands versus Wives Edition. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, so before we dive into Who Does It Better, Husband versus Wives, we need to address one very, very important thing. One is I feel exhausted. I feel dirty. I was about to say sleepy, but I think exhausted and sleepy are pretty much the same thing. And the reason why
I feel sticky.
Yes.
Sticky is a big one.
Yes. I'm pretty dirty. Tell them why we feel this way.
And we went fishing today. We spent all day fishing. I mean, I know you woke up and did baseball stuff, and then you came. We got together and hung out, and we've been fishing for at least 6 hours. It seems like. I don't know how much fishing we did versus bait and line and hooks for the kids to go fishing, but hey, it's part of it. That's part of being a successful parent. So if you're not baiting hooks for your kids, you're fishing alone. You ain't got no kids. Hey, shout out to you if you can do it. Comment below, let us know, because we struggle miserably.
I told the kids on the way over, I said, look, man, I want to fish today. I don't want to do all the arguing. I don't want to do the debating. I don't want to do the heated this. I don't want to be chasing lines and trees. I want to fish.
That's it.
So I get here. Sure enough, I got 5 fishing poles with me. There's 5 of us. I get all the lines done. Before I can get mine finished, my middle son comes running over. Dad, I lost my worm. I said, you better throw a hook and hope to God a fish run into it. I ain't even touched the pole yet. I said, I'm fishing today.
You know, it makes me think of like back in the day where mom fixes the plates for everybody, and as soon as she gets ready to sit down, Mom, can I have some more? Like,
it happens at our house now.
Oh, okay.
And I'll say, and this is kind of can segue into what we're talking about. My wife, she does all that. She cooks all the food. She does everything because we've already established that she's a better cook than I am.
Oh, there you go.
She's a better microwaver than I am because if we're cooking hot dogs, we microwaving it, and the kid's still going to have
the difference.
But did Dad do it for 23 seconds? Because Mom does it for 20 seconds, and it may taste better. The radioactive material in the microwave, 3 seconds makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah. So by the time she's fed all them and she's put my food out for you guys, before she's gonna sit out there, all right, can I have seconds? She ain't even had first yet. So,
that's it.
Yeah. So it kind of segues into what we're going to talk about and I'm thinking, who does it better? And I was thinking, husbands versus wives edition, and we could take this out other episodes and talk about moms and dads. We can talk about you and I. We can talk about brother, sister. We can talk about friends, whatever. But I was thinking of husbands and wives because we've already touched on certain things that your wife does for you, my wife does for me, and we've kind of already picked fun at them and made fun with them. I ain't gonna say made fun at them, but I made fun with them.
Sure.
But you said something in one of the past episodes, I can't remember which one it was, but you said that you and Mal sat down when you got married. You said, hey, what do you want to do or what do you not want to do? She said, I don't want to take the trash out. You said, you ain't got to touch the trash ever again. And then she said, you said, you don't want to do laundry. And she said, you ain't got to never do laundry again, which I like. I don't know how the heck you drew the lottery on that one to never have to do laundry. But when I think of the things my wife is better than me at, the list goes on and on.
Oh, doesn't it?
But I try to help.
Yeah.
I try to help. We've talked about it. But there are a few things that I can stand firm and say, I do this better.
Yes.
I think one thing is I'm a better driver. Mainly because, not driving wise, because neither one of us, I say speed, neither one of us try to look at our phones when we drive. Yeah. Neither one of us try to do, I'm better with directions.
Yeah.
Because my wife, she can't pay.
I remember that. Like the other episode, you said.
Did I say that in the other episode?
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
said
God.
you put her in the front seat, and she would be like, "Which way did I go?" She's, I don't know. She get lost
Oh,
in
yeah.
Walmart, and you lived here since she's 18.
Well,
So-
she can be kidnapped. The cops can pull her. So
Yeah.
where'd they go? I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a lot better. They are at us than a lot of different things.
Many things.
And there's some things, like you said, you can stand firm on. Like, example, for you driving, for me, I think mine's cooking, because I was even talking about seasoning meat of spaghetti before. So
Yes.
there's things that we definitely do different.
You cook better than your wife.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do have stories for you guys now of the stuff that we have done recently or in the future,
Oh,
That we-
future.
I'm
That's
thinking
a-
way
Right-
into an advance.
Write
here.
down lottery numbers. Just give me any 5 numbers.
33.
And a Powerball.
17.
Right.
Keep going. 68. Anyway, so there's things in the past we've done that we just can sit back and laugh at. I know you got some great examples of it.
Yeah. So when I say there's things that I'm better than my wife at, there's certain situations that come up that I'm much better at, and there's certain situations that she's much better. And this is going to be kind of a TMI. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so too
Love
much
this.
information, right? So I'm going to try to do my best to keep it PG-13 ish.
Mm.
But when it comes to throw up and poo,
Ooh.
throw up and poo, I handle bodily fluids. I handle throw up 100 times better than my wife.
Oh.
Right now, you can throw up right here on this table, on this microphone. It wouldn't faze me one bit. I could still record. It would not bother me in the instance.
Yeah.
Poo, on the other hand, if you were to drop a deuce right this very second, I'm gone. I'm done.
What would happen?
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, okay,
first
but
off,
then you'd be all right.
but I'll be okay with my throw up. But so let me.
And I'm the opposite.
Well, so all right. Here's the thing with poop. I have 3 kids. I've been a professional butt wiper for 12 years.
Yeah.
Trip is 12 years old. He doesn't need me to wipe his butt anymore. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
But he was 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old when Aiden came along, my middle son.
Yep.
Well, when he was coming out of the "Daddy, I need you in the butt, wipe my butt" stage, here comes Aiden. Now I got another little baby that I need to wipe butt. So okay, I'm back at it.
Yeah.
Well, then Aiden's starting to come out of it, and then here comes Riley, my daughter.
Yep.
And now she's almost there.
Yeah.
And I am so excited
Yeah.
that the time I don't have to wipe a butt.
That's it. Dude.
Because for
it's a good
me,
place to be.
and here's the too much information. If I get a little poop on my finger, I'm done for the whole day. God forbid it's 8 o'clock in the morning. If I get poop on my finger at 8 a.m., all day is shot. I don't care how much I wash my finger, scrub my finger, shower. All day I'll be done. You smell it? All day long. I got this thing. I call it the Colonel Sanders.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't want to tell them. I'll tell you. I ain't gonna tell them. Colonel Sanders is you wipe front to back or back to front? Or you want to tell us?
Back to front.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, me too. I'm too fat. I don't know how they be maneuvering their stuff back. I
I
don't
think I
get it.
catch a cramp.
Yeah, that's the last thing you do, fall on the floor. Honey, gotta try it hard.
Help me get it out, baby. While you're at it, hit me with some wipes.
So,
Wife walking door. Oh my god.
well, I got the thing. I tell my wife, she's dead looking. You nasty.
Yeah.
You so nasty. Those are the moments she just regrets even meeting me. I get this thing. You get the toilet paper. I don't like wipes.
Yeah.
Because then you just left wet. I don't like that. I'd rather go in dry. So
We're not telling them.
I'm not talking to them. They don't need to hear this. They can turn this off.
Yeah.
So I go in dry,
Yeah.
and I don't look at it because I don't do good with poop. So I'm hoping and praying everything's going. I wipe by faith, not by sight.
That's
what
it.
I like to say, right?
Yeah.
Well, so the problem is when you wipe, you need traction. So you lick your finger, just give your finger a quick lick so you can get traction on the toilet paper. Toilet paper. So, hang on, don't look at me like that yet. The issue is when you go the second or the third wife. If you had a poke through. So
finish this thing.
Yeah, you had a poke through. And you. I called out to Colonel Sanders because the finger looking good.
Oh my God!
Just
which one am I on? That's horrible. Oh my gosh! Did you hear?
No,
you
didn't
didn't
listen.
hear.
That's where I'm at.
You're serious.
The problem is
There ain't no problem. That's the fucking problem. That's the problem.
I got Charlie horse. I can't breathe. Oh, my leg hurts. So poop, I don't do good, but throw up, I can handle. So I'll tell you a quick story.
Dude.
I'll tell them the story.
Oh my God!
We-
sorry. I'm sorry. I have to stop for a second. I don't think I've ever licked the finger for traction. I just spin and hope and poke. Roll into that sun gun comes around. And when it comes around, hey, I grab a bunch of it. And I pull it and I break me off some so it dangles. So therefore I got something for the next time.
What?
Yeah, on the roll. Oh,
That's a lot of scientific stuff.
Colonel Sanders.
Think about it.
Continue.
All right. So poop, I just don't do good with poop. I just don't do good. So throw up, on the other hand, I can deal with throw up. We were at my mother-in-law's house. This is years ago when my oldest son was probably 4 years old, I'm guessing. We're at my mother-in-law's house, the same one that gave me Ambien. We're swimming. We come inside. Trip is maybe 3-4 years old. And we're playing and we're swimming. He comes inside and we're kind of drying off and we're on the floor and we're wrestling and doing stuff. Well, I'm laying on the floor on my back and he's over me and we're just like, and
how old is he?
He's about 3 or 4.
Oh.
Old enough to know better, but not old enough to know better. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He says, he's over me, and we're like eye to eye, but I'm laying on the ground. He's like that. And I was like, oh, that could have been really bad. As soon as I said that could have been really bad, he lost it. And it was one of those
in your
like,
mouth?
oh, bro, it was in my face and my mouth. It was
and
one of
you
those.
don't do throw up.
No, throw up. I can deal with throw. If he pooped on my face, the game's over. I just won't have any kids anymore. That's nasty just to think about. He threw up in my mouth. Well, the problem is, I'm just sitting there like, oh God.
Yeah.
And my wife, she said,
guys, I'm not acting. Woo! I mean, I'm with them. I'm walking through. I mean, how can you not think of, hey, that's like saying, look, a pretty bird. You know, you get hit in the face by freaking turds.
So, hang on.
Sorry.
We're even at the worst part. Well, I guess that is kind of the worst part. I'm standing there. I got throw up all over my face, in my mouth. I'm laying on my back. I'm like, oh my God, babe, I need you to get me a towel. She over there, who is terrible with her, she's about to throw up herself. Her mother is in there. She's gagging it. Well, I'm literally laying there. Yes, somebody help me come to my rescue. Bro, I've never in my life felt so nasty and disgusting. I'd rather fish for 12 days.
Yeah.
Than have someone snot throw up on me.
Oh man, I can't imagine. I there's been times and points with my kids. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, you got to take the shirt all the way off,
spit ups and stuff like that
on the in the
mouth. Because I literally just got done saying that could have been bad,
and then it hit you,
and it got bad.
Wow. Yeah, I think for my wife and I don't know if I have a story as good as that one that I do something better than my wife. My wife definitely does. Man, we got a laundry list things of this that she can do better than me. She knows she's a lot more creative.
And she knows it.
Yeah. She can bake better. I tried baking one time. It's like you got to hold the measuring cup and scoop it off. I'm too impatient for that. I'm like, hey, that much. That looks good. And let's mix something up. Put it in there at 350 and let's see what we get. I've had one time it come out and it's just like mush. I try to make like an apple crisp or an apple pie or whatever. I wind up taking it out, throwing it into the skillet, adding some brown sugar, some butter, got it going, put a little caramel sauce on it. Then you pour that on top of ice cream. I made it work, and my wife's like, "You make me sick. How you took something that you don't know what you're doing and you made it good." I was pretty happy with that. However, that's the last time I tried baking because 5 years ago I tried taking something. I was trying to surprise her. I'm like, hey, look, I baked, and I failed miserably.
So when you say bake, you're talking about like bake from scratch. You're not talking about like pop the can of cinnamon rolls, put it in there in the oven.
Yeah.
You're talking about like baking from scratch, flour stuff. I've never made anything of it. Not one time.
I think to open up a can of cinnamon rolls and put them in the oven and pull it back out, I don't. It might as well be microwave. I just feel like that's as easy as it gets. You know what I mean? You can't really mess that up. I take that back. If you don't follow the directions, people, you can mess that up. So what I like to do too is you put them in, pull them out. It says 10 minutes, pull them out at 8 minutes. You know what I mean? So something's a little, Yeah. So anyway, so those are times and points where I know that I've watched my wife be successful. But
sure,
she's also a lot more non-confrontational, and I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. What's going on here? If there's an issue, what's happening? I want to know about it.
Yeah.
So there's just things that she handles. You handle, honey, a lot better than I do, and I think she knows it. But yeah, that's some of the things that goes on for us that I know of right away that I slack in or I lack in. She's the yin to my yang.
Yeah.
Everything that I do different, So I'm trying to think of a better story here.
I think if you know, and then the stories will come, like you said, in the future. You're going to have stories in the future because men and women, we try to step out of our lane, and not. I shouldn't say step out of our lane because my wife is better at a lot of stuff, but I try to help her out.
Yeah,
and
that's it, man. Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I just make more of a mess. Sometimes I do it wrong, and she's probably like, "I wish you just wouldn't help me." Not in a bad way. She's not being bad about it. She's like, I just now I have to go back and change the hanger directions. Now I have to do this and
the
this.
hanger direction. Last episode.
But I think the most important part is to have fun with it.
Yeah. Truly.
And that kind of gives me another story back to the throw up in the poo situation. Dude, it literally, when her brother comes into town, her brother lives in Florida. When her brother comes into town, we'll sit down with. So my wife is Italian. Her mom's Italian. Her family's Italian. When you sit down, you talk to them, you get the sense they're Italian. They do a lot of these hand gestures. Eating's a big situation. The Italian food's a big situation. The way they talk is very loud.
Yeah.
They're very confrontational to the point it makes me nervous sometimes. Like I just kind of hunker.
Who's about to throw the meatball?
I just hunker down in the corner and just sit there. But her brother will come in town and we'll sit at the or the dining room table or the family table, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And we're eating, and her dad is so. And you ain't got to worry; he'll never watch us. I guarantee you. I love George that, but he ain't
George.
We've
been challenged.
He ain't. We ain't his type of comedy. I can tell you that. Yeah. He's very conservative to where if he has to go to the restroom, he'll say, "My stomach hurts. I'll be right back." He won't say he has to go poop.
Yeah.
He won't tell you that.
Yeah.
He just said his stomach hurts, and he'll excuse himself. Every time my brother-in-law comes in town, we're having like a little get together. Poop gets brought up at the table.
Oh wow!
For some odd reason, I think now it's just let's just see if we can bring poop up.
Yeah.
And my fun like every time y'all bring up poop at the table, it ain't funny anymore. I'm tired of hearing about it. He just gets sick and tired of it. So we're in his house. So
you do it more now.
Oh, I don't do it because he'll kill me. That's his daughter. He gonna kill her. He'll kill me. They'll bury the body. I'm like, I ain't seen. I don't know where that. First time I met him, first 4 or 5 times I met him, I walk in to pick her up on a date. He just looks at me. He's an Italian meat cutter from New York, so he knows. He knows how to disassemble the body. So, first 4 times I met him, he never even said a word to me. Didn't even know what his voice sounded like. So we're at my mother and father-in-law's house again. We're swimming again because that's what we do. We like to go over there and swim and hang out during the summer and stuff like that. This was last year. My kids have the worst, and I challenge any single person to come against me. My kids have the worst gag reflex of anybody I've ever met. There's 3 of them. I guarantee you there's a throw up situation in my house at least 3 times a week. Wow. Guaranteed. Dude, if they smell something, my son got in the car one time and we had went to an outreach and we cooked hot dogs and we had brought some leftover hot dogs in the car. Yeah. He gets in the car and he says, "What's that smell?" We're like, "Hot dog." He goes, "Bleh." He threw up all in the car just from smelling the hot dog. So they just have the worst gag reflex. Wow. So we're at the pool and we're swimming and the kids are having a good time. My wife's there. I'm sitting, I don't know why, I'm sitting away from them and they're all in bathing suits. My wife's in a bathing suit and they're by the edge of the pool. And for some reason, my kids throw up in the swimming pool nonstop. It's disgusting and terrible, right? They just do it all the time. And so we're at the pool, and I guess they were swimming and they had swallowed some water. Yeah. And they started, and we're like, "Get out of the pool, get out of the pool, get out of the pool." Well, he didn't get out of the pool. It was my middle son. He didn't make out of the pool. Well, he throws up. Well, not only does he throw up, my wife's holding Riley, my daughter. And next thing you know, she sees and she throws up. Well, she throws up all on my wife, down her bathing suit. So then my wife, because she don't do throw up very well, she starts throwing up. At this point, I'm sitting on the other side of the pool just laughing my butt off because I've got my middle son, my daughter, and my wife all just puking. And to the point, they're not just throwing up. Now they're starting to strip off their clothing. For what reason, I don't know, because it's already on you. They're like, "Oh, take your clothes off." I'm like, "For what?" And she's like, help me. So I'm down. I'm reverting back. I'm having flashbacks of when Aiden Trip threw up in my mouth. I'm just laughing. And if it wasn't for 3 of my most loved family members standing there in the nude with throw ball, I would have recorded every second of it. But I think they would have not liked that situation.
Oh, wow. Puked on.
Oh, yeah.
And then puked all over.
Oh, 3 of them, bro. They're just sharing that crap. I'm just like, oh, my God. I'm laughing.
I can imagine because I just hit the whole throwing up thing in here, just with the throwing up in the mouth. And, like, no way, dude. There is no way. Dude, I would have been off to the side where you were, just puking.
Oh, no.
You know, just blowing chunks.
Did you ever have a kid just throw up randomly when you were in elementary school? For no reason, just sitting in class, I distinctly remember being in like first or second grade. It's just a kid just for no reason.
No. But I can't imagine, like, because if I'm throwed up, my day's over. It's not like, what's going on now? What y'all want to do for dinner? You know, it's like, I'm done. Like, take me home. I need you're out. Dude, if I throw up at 2 o'clock in the morning, if I go at 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't care. You pick a time, my day is over from there. Hey, we got this going on. Today's a big business meeting. Bye. I'm leaving. I don't care what was on the table. I don't care what we got to do. My day is ruined, unfortunately, because I don't like the feeling of throwing up. My wife, she don't like the feeling of throwing up so much, so she went to the hospital, and they had to give her an IV because she wouldn't drink nothing. Like, it's bad. But it is just to the point where she won't drink anything, and it's just nuts because just the fear of throwing up. So, but if I threw up, man, like, I'm done for the day. There's no coming back for me. It's like, y'all puked and everybody hit each other with the water hose and jumped back in the pool and it was all good?
Yeah, I think so. I think they just washed off over their naked, washed off throw up, and they went swimming again.
I'd have been, "Hey, boys and girls, time to go."
They champ. Look, I got one better for you. We were at church a couple weeks back. Some kid come up.
Did you say better?
Yeah. I got one better for you. We were at church a few weeks back. This little boy comes up to us. He said, "I think somebody just pooped in my pants."
Somebody else pooped.
I laughed so hard. I said, "What'd you say?" He said, "Somebody pooped in my pants." I said, "Oh." I'm gonna use that one too. Honey, somebody done pooped in these pants over here.
You clean them yourself, Cletus. The Nutty Professor. See what you done made me do? You clean them yourself.
That's a whole nother episode of that type of thing because
someone else.
There's a story that you guys have to hear, and I'm begging this person to tell this story. And if we can get,
don't put a stake in the ground. If we will talk about it maybe one time. Stop with the stake in the ground. Yeah, no, guys. Oh, it's bad. But I remember one time with my kids, man, what he did the whole, someone else pooped in my pants. He said, some kids, hey, he bit me. He said, I didn't bite him. I didn't bite him at all. I said, what'd you do? He said, I just put my teeth on him.
I tasted it.
Wait,
just want a quick taste.
Just put my teeth on. I did not bite it. I just put my teeth on it.
Just want a quick taste.
Stop trying to go back and trying to tell. That's a story, man. That's a That's a story.
Yeah, we'll get it. Well, guys, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Hit the subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you got to do. Share it, man. We enjoy it. We're having a good time.
Oh, we always do, guys. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in and watching us. And hey, hit that like button if you like us, and then hit the down button if you don't. You guys put some comments in there. We love reading them, and we love following back up with you guys, man. Hey, we can't wait to see you next week. Follow us, like us, subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good week. Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.